So hello ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to talk about the explanation for our first article in the introduction to literature class, which is what is literature? I think it was by Jim Mayer. Now before we begin talking about the material, I'm just going to go over again about the uh, the process, how this class works. So this is something that I already written in the course profile, just so that you know that I'm going to repeat that again. Here, the first thing I would do is that I would give a material. In this case, it is a article. What is literature? And then the next thing I want you to do is to read and understand the material before class. Now, this is very important because in the next meeting, during the period of this class, during the time when this class is uh, done, I will give you an assignment or a quiz related to that material. So, it is in your interest to read and study and understand the material before the class begins in the time period. Now, the assignment and the quiz, I call them the weekly assignment and quiz. And these are the things that the use of it is for me to check whether you already read the articles or the materials, whether you have read them or not. Now, the thing is, this assignment and quiz are not supposed to be very hard. But they are supposed to check whether you read the material enough. So I do understand that sometimes the articles or the materials that I give will be a bit hard. For example, this article today may not be the easiest thing that you have read. Yeah, it is unfortunate that for this class, the introduction, or say it is fortunate that in this class that we are going to touch on scientific articles from scientific journals. And for some of you, it can be hard to read. Therefore, my suggestion is that you read it many times, several times, just so that you know what you're doing. And it is not, I don't give you the truly hard articles because these are the introduction class, and I want all of us to get a feeling, to get a taste of what the academic journals or academic articles are like. So after you do the assignment and quiz on the period of the class, you should watch and understand the teacher's explanation, the one that you're doing right now. So first I give you the material and then you read it before class, and then during the class, during the time period of the class, you will do the assignment or quiz. Therefore, you need to be on time because the duration for this assignment or quiz will not be very long, something between 60 to 90 minutes. So be careful about that. And also, you watch and understand the teacher's explanation in case it is quite hard for you to understand the material. Now, the next thing you do is that you have to write a note for that material. So here, uh, after watching my explanation, you write a summary or a note for that material. And the ideal time to do that, the preferred time to do that will be directly after you watch the explanation, meaning if you can do it on the same day, then do it. Because the entire your entire notes and summary will be submitted as a final assignment. So if you remember in the course profile, I say that you have to submit a summary of the whole material of the class as a final assignment. I expect you to do it, step by step, every time we finish a topic, or every time, every specific meeting, you need to write your notes. The teacher will check on these notes on several checkpoints throughout the semester. The bad way to do this, the bad way to do the final assignment, is to write the summary on the last week or in the last hour of the deadline, which is in the end of the semester, meaning that you start writing your notes and summary in the last week of the semester. That is wrong. That is bad. That is what we call procrastination. Procrastination is that when you do something in the very end of the available time, 1 hour before the deadline, or one day before the deadline, or one week before the deadline, well, you actually have the entire semester to write the notes and start to build on that summary. That said, we need to have a checkpoint. We need to develop this habit of doing things in a timely and a disciplined manner. If you write your summaries and notes on every meeting, on every week, you will just have to add those things in the end of the semester and you're done. But if you procrastinate, you will just speed run those things, speed run your notes and your summary, and you do not get to learn the knowledge. We want to avoid that. We want to avoid cramming, putting everything in the last minute. So to avoid that, I will check on your notes on several checkpoints throughout the semester. Usually this is after one topic is finished, but I will also set a specific time to do it. For example, I think it was on meeting 5. So on meeting 5, all of you must submit your notes about what you have written so far. What will I do then? Do I give the grade? No, I will not give the grade because I will give the grade in the end of the semester as a final assignment. During these checkpoints, I will check whether your notes have any weaknesses or need improvement, or that you do not write everything that you should be writing. So I will give you those input, and you have to improve them to get a good score for your final assignment, your summary final assignment. So what should you write there? Now, basically, what you see on screen right now when I'm doing this explanation, not this material, not this slide, but the slide about the material of that day. For example, we are talking about what is literature. The topics that I wrote about that material on the screen, you have to write about, and that will give you a decent grade for the summary. How to improve that grade is that if you write more than just what I wrote on these slides, you add more explanations, more notes, more summary about things that you consider to be important. The best grade will be given to the students who add materials from offline or online additional sources. So if you find another source about this topic from the material, from the internet, or from a book, for example, and you put it in your summary, I can give you an A for that kind of summary. So keep that in mind. Yes, but basically the requirement is that you write every topic that I explain on these slides. Okay, now let's continue with the material at hand. Yeah, about the article What is Literature?